Hi there, it's Kathy from Raven Vintage. Well, we have something interesting today. I need to clean up my file. I have the neighbors, they're renovating their house, and today they have a contractor there that has their radio going, and there's music playing, and that's fine. It doesn't bother me at all. I'm having a bit of a hard time with the tools and such when they're cutting through metal. That's my ear thing. So I have a little sticky note here to remind myself to try to keep my tone friendly, because it will affect, those metal sounds are going to affect me. I'm going to do my best, but this is the timing that I have right now, so I don't really have a choice. The other thing is, I really hope that YouTube doesn't have a problem with that music in the back. I hope you can't hear it. I hope YouTube can't hear it. But it's I don't want to get this video banned because of the music and end up having to do it all over again. Although that wouldn't be the end of the world, would it? It would not. So those are the colored staples I told you about. So I'm loading 2 of my staplers, one with green and one with red. So we'll try to use a couple of those today. I have added, my list is getting really messy. I've added some things I want to try, but I'm going to zoom through this next part, and I am going to tidy up my little file. It's got me way out of control. So I just want to do a quick sort so you can see how I do that to tidy up this project file, let's call it, while I'm working on it. Here goes. I'm just going to do small, medium, and large piles. Now I have a more manageable file and I can find things a little easier. I was getting a little overwhelmed by that file and not able to find things as I wanted them. So I just have the larger sheets here, and out of this pile I'm going to put at the very back the full printed sheets that have not been cut yet. And then we have partial sheets that we've been cutting into, their ephemera, and some of our templates. And I have this template sheet as well. So that will go at the back. And then I have just scraps, which will probably be used for clusters or snippet strips. I have some ready to go, for the most part, ephemera that I have cut out. So those are all in one little envelope. And then here I have smaller pieces of ephemera yet to be cut. I have some end cuts here. These are the result of cutting out the flags, or the little triangles for the bunting, and now it looks like I have a little flag, or banner flag, so that I will make good use of that. So some more ephemera to be cut, and snippets and sentiments, and then just some kind of larger pieces of scrap in one. And then I have a medium. So basically I have small, medium, and large. Small is basically into 3 categories. And then the medium are the just medium-sized, larger scraps. And also I've got Christmas card face there, some of the snippets, and a larger piece. So that's my medium. So now my file is a little more manageable. When I'm looking for something, I can find it. Okay, housekeeping aside, I also printed, and I really wanted to print some more on that painter's paper I told you about. I'm continuing on from yesterday's lesson, printing on the craft paper, but I can't find my roll. I don't know where it is. I'm perplexed. I'm not sure where that roll is. So if I find it before this series ends, I'll definitely try it. But so I thought, okay, well, what else fun can I print on? So I wanted to print the old-fashioned Christmas kit, which I've done, which is a portrait style tall kit. So a lot of background pages. These are great for making envelopes and tucks and pockets and just covering your pages, all of that. Great for tall journals. And then I printed some of the sheets on newsprint. So I thought that would be kind of a neat thing to add. It's nice and thin and light, and it's kind of got that buttery soft texture. So the postcard sizes, those I'll be adding to some of the book pages. The ephemeris is I've put on the newsprint as well. But here's those ledger, and there's graph paper, lined paper. Here's some ledger paper. There's some ledger paper. There's another background page, and there's another background page. So these are on newsprint. So I thought that was a nice addition to try something new for printing. And this is, I have this listed in my Amazon storefront, so it's the right size. It's US letter size, ready to go right into your printer. I just put a stack in and it prints just lovely. Like I just love the look of it. It's very, very vintage, and it has such a nice soft, like this is more smooth, a smooth glide, and this is feels like newsprint. Well, it is newsprint. So that's what it looks like there. And then you don't have to worry about printing the other side because it's got that beautiful kind of gray tone to it. So today I want to try a diagonal belly band is one of the first things I want to do. So I think I'm going to back that onto cardstock. This is just 24-pound paper as opposed to my usual 20. It's a 24-pound, not much difference. But I wanted to try a diagonal. Oh, you know what would be great for a diagonal belly band? So let's first find a good spot. Let's find a boring spot. It's a page that needs a little something. So we could go right here. Let's do right here. All right, so a diagonal belly band is just so simple. I've done it before with playing cards. And now we're going to try it with, I'm looking for verticals, if I can find verticals. If I can't, we'll make do otherwise. Maybe we can do, let's start with that. Let's see, maybe this one. Maybe this one. I don't know. Let's see how it goes. Okay. So that's all my printed ephemera. So it's pretty simple. It's as you would think. You go across your page like that, glue these three pieces together so you have a diagonal belly band. Simple, easy breezy, right? So maybe let's try this guy in the middle and that one down there. Could make them even smaller. Okay, I'm going to trim these up just a little bit, just so we have a better fit, and perhaps we'll also round our corners. You can take the Merry Christmas off. We can save that Merry Christmas for something. So I had a little rant last night on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, it was a friendly rant though. As you know, numerous times through the day, I am responding to comments here on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Etsy, different places. And when I hear someone say, oh, I don't know how to do this, or mine didn't turn out great, or I'm afraid to try it, or like any negative kind of chatter about junk journaling. And I'm just like, oh, honey, like don't overthink it. Like I just wanted to, sometimes I just want to reach through the screen and hug somebody and be like, it's okay. Like don't fret it. We don't want you to be, when you are junk journaling, we want you to be really happy. We really want to see happiness. Okay, let's trim this down. I want to keep the width. The width is fine. It's just a little tall. So my rant was about the joy of junk journaling and the creative freedom that we get with junk journaling. And I just want to give everyone like a big creative hug and give them, a little boost of confidence to just try it. And of course, using a practice book. You don't know how, like when I see somebody say, I'm fairly new, I'm a newbie, and I made my first junk journal. Like, I just want to celebrate with you because I remember that feeling of accomplishment. Like, look at what I made. Like, it is such a good feeling. And I think I don't know, because I've never been a scrapbooker or a card maker. But I know it's probably really a good feeling to finish a completed card. But quite often that, unless you're just doing it on your own design or your own whim, but quite often there's like a step-by-step kind of instruction that's a little more precise. Like, lay this here, do that there, and then everybody's card looks the same. I'm sorry, I don't mean to generalize, but I'm just assuming. So when you actually make a junk journal and it's your own style, there's something very, 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 very rewarding about that. So I get excited for people when they, I really do. I think it's, oh, it's great. But when I see people struggle, it's like, oh, honey, like, it's okay. Like, just, let go of all that perfectionism stuff. Like, just go with the flow. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. Okay. Okay, so what do we think? So we have two options. We can go this way or this way. Like, we can go diagonally this way, which I think actually might, I don't know. I think I'm going to go this way because I like the idea of this corner being supported by that. So as you can guess, we're going to glue down this one and this one first, and we just want to do corners with our glue so that the center remains open. So no real measuring here either, because you just want to glue it in the right spot. So here, here, and here. So hold the opposite side. You don't want. So opposite corner here. And snug that right in at the corner. And then here, I'm going to glue this side and the bottom, so I'm going to hold here so I don't glue that. And I have it flipped upside down, so I'm doing the top and this side. So when I flip it back this way, there we go. Now, we just need to join these. So this is where you just kind of have to eyeball where you're going to first place it and then figure out your glue. So for example, I am going to glue her waist down to mid skirt and here from the just the inside of this blue down to, I'm going to say just above his ear. Make sense? Or should I go a little higher maybe? I'm going to go a little bit higher. So you just kind of have to, you know, you can hold your thumb in the center here where I'm going to turn this over. I'm going to glue here and then opposite side. Just a little down here. Less is more. And then a little bit at the top here. So opposites. And then try not to glue onto the page. And I'm going to, just to make sure, so let me just slide that in like that to make sure I don't get glue on the page there, and let that dry. Turn it so I can close my page. There. Good? Are we good? Let's do that. Okay, we'll let that dry. So that's your diagonal belly band, and then we'll find something to put in that. So I'm going to guess a neat thing to do would be one of these, maybe one of these letters. Yes, so some writing paper. So we're going to put this in. We could basically fold it into a square. We could basically do this. So we're adding some writing paper. Let's just ink the sides a little. Okay, so that will tuck inside of our, that should be dry now actually. Into your belly band. So just come in on an angle and then straighten your piece out like that. How cute is that, right? We could add a sentiment across here. So I think I like this black and white one. Yes, I like that very much. So that's project number 1, a diagonal belly band. Sort of a embellishment here, but we'll do when we come back in later with our embellishments. That's obviously too big, but something could definitely go in that spot right there. Can definitely add some sort of, you know what, let's just do it right now. Keep saying, sorry to keep doing that to you. I just like that right there because it looks good. And I might forget that idea later, so I'm just going to do it now. That. I think I'm just going to make this a little bit smaller. So I was thinking of going thrifting today, and with the intention of looking for old cheapy Christmas, this kind of stuff, florals that might look raggedy to someone, like, or even a wreath or a bow, like a bow swag or something that I can deconstruct, like bring it home and deconstruct it. Let's see if I have a clip this long. There we go. So I've grabbed a bunch of embossing folders and that are Christmas related. Some of these I've never used before. So this will be project number 2, and that is just to do some dry embossing, like dig out your Christmas ones, and we are going to do that. I've decided to stick to some neutrals with my cardstock. Let's just see how those 3 look together. Stick to a neutral palette with any of the designs I do, so that whenever you see an embossed piece throughout here where we can do some layering and such, it will be a neutral background where we can then add some sort of a layer it with some colored pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and make a few of these, and I'll be right back. I've picked a few colors to go with this journal, and I haven't tried this yet. This little, and I just knew that I want to try this lighter. This is like the closest thing I have to a white. I don't know if it's intended to be white, but it's like a cream color. Looks like that's some good absorption there. Just lightly grab this embossed Christmas tree. I like that this has a straight edge, so I can just kind of stay within the lines here without going over too far with the round blender. That makes sense. This was a lucky find at the thrift store way back when I found the Anna Griffin, who I'd never heard of before. Not being a card maker, I guess I'm not familiar with the brand, but I found a bunch of her die cuts for making cards. And then at the same trip, obviously from the same donation, over on the wall where they have those little bags of goodies, I found a bag of inks. So that was a very lucky day. Yeah, that's pretty. That's pretty. So I will trim that up a little bit nicer. Well, that's pretty. It's like a snowed in window. I like that. Maybe we'll go a little, let me go all the way around and then we'll go a little heavier in the corners. Oh, that's pretty. I know some of you have like a white or a glass mat where you can do all these things. There, I like that. Okay, so there's our first one, the Christmas tree. What else do we have? Okay, so let's see about putting some of these into our journal. I quite like that right there. Which one do we like better? This one or this one? This one? I think this one. A green staple. That's pretty. And we're going to put that right there. Okay. I love it. Okay. We need a great big tag for here. So let's get that gal for that Christmas card. What about this Christmas card? I think that would be really pretty, and we can put something on the top of that. So this is just one from one of the Christmas cards. It's a little bit wide, I know, so I need to yes, that's great. Okay, so we'll round this corner to match and re-ink that side. There's something on the top of this, some sort of pull tag without getting too crazy, like this. And then let's try the red staple this time. So all I did was make a V with my little fabric. Cute, I like that. All right, and then we will put that in our big pocket. So now we have a nice big journaling card there. And the red picks up here, perfect. Okay, remember we did this belly band here yesterday. Well, any of these look pretty on here. Let's take a look. That covers it completely. Oh, I like that on there. Okay, I want to ink this up a little bit, but not a whole lot. So just very gentle with the vintage photo. Yeah, I think that's pretty there. Okay, let me get my protector sheet. Okay, and we'll let that dry before we put our wallet back in. Maybe I'll grab the smaller one again. There we go. So I can close that. Okay. Now, I printed a bunch with the newsprint. So this size right here. And I'm going to use my ruler to tear these just to get those soft edges. Let's go with this green color. Actually, I like the red berries with her. Let's try her. Let's see how we make out. Not quite sure the sizing yet, so let's just start here. Newsprint tears so easily too. So nice. It's a nice sound. It's a nice... How nice is that? I like that a lot. Simple pleasures, right? Simple pleasures. Okay. This. And then this side here. Like that. All right, let's see how that fits. Oh, perfect. I knew these were going to be just about the right size for this. Love it. Just a very light ink on the edges. These are going to be really sweet on our book pages. Now for these, because they're so thin, I am just going to ink around the edges, not do the whole sheet. I wish you guys could feel that. That feels so nice. Now it says greetings there already, but this would be cute to do another layer, but let's just leave that for the moment. This would make a really cute little side tuck pocket, wouldn't it? Why don't we do that? Okay. So now we've got a little side tuck pocket here. There's a spot we can add. So we've got some green here. How about this? Which one looks the best? I mean, those can be moved around, but... Okay, they've got the saw going next door, so I'm trying to... So again, this is just that buttery soft newsprint. So adding all these little newsprint blocks here and throughout, it creates another type of consistency with the theme as we pull that through the journal. So there's another one. There's another one. So wherever we see these little sheets, we'll continue to do that. So I'm just going to do this to a little bit of music because they're really busy with that saw next door. So I'm just going to put some music on and I'm just going to zoom through these. Okay, and then one more craft for today. Let's just make a coin envelope. So I've just kind of folded this. It's obviously not measured exactly in the back, as long as you have a little bit of an overlap to glue that down. But what I wanted to do was center her on my coin envelope, and then it's a little bit too tall, so I'm just going to trim that a little bit, and I'm going to use my pinking shears. Okay, if I can remember how to do this. So let's fold this up. And open that back up. And what I want to do is trim off this and that block. And this one. And then the bottom, I just want to give that, with the pinking shears, I just want to give that little glassine bag kind of look. I like doing these with tracing paper. They're beautiful. Make beautiful little bags. But then when we glue this and this, and then this will come up like that. Now these we might want to angle just a little bit so you don't have that overlap. Just a really slight little angle. But before we glue that, let's do the same to the top. Now on the top, do you want it to be open and then just have a glassine top here? It's up to you. So I think you think about this for a second. Want that cut. Yeah. So I'm going to trim down here, down there, just a little bit. And then I'm going to trim that top off with my pinking shears again, just the center part here, like that. So what will we end up with is a bag that looks like this, and then we can trim the top as well. I think I'll glue it first and then trim the top. And we'll also ink that, so it's not bright white looking at us. Okay, so this will be on the outside. If you want to ink, maybe a good time to do that. So this one's underneath, so lay that down. Thin bead of glue there. So close that. And let's ink this. And we'll close the bottom. I call these coin envelopes. I'm not really sure what you... glassine bags or coin envelopes. Okay. And then that is glued now, so we can give that a trim as well. Like that. And again, I think I'm just going to come in on a bit of an angle. There you go. And we'll ink our sides up here. So this is a floating item. You can glue them down into your book so you've got that really tall pocket, or you can keep it as a floating item. I think I'd like to, it might be a little tall for this journal. My goodness, let me take a look. It's okay if it sticks out the top though, because it's kind of fun. Yeah, it's kind of fun. She is so sweet. I'm going to put her, kind of neat having that like that. So let's figure out a belly band here. We'll maybe use these little, I feel like I want to clip her on. I'm just going to clip this. What's on the other side? That feels appropriate for, I like that. So we've got this little snow thing going on, and so we did some embossing. We added a bunch of, we did a large tag using a Christmas card. And then we added some newsprint blocks to our journal. I used some more of the embossing, made a pocket. So I still have a few more things here I could make into belly bands, but for today I think that's good. Sorry, this is going to end up being, oh, and then we added some like ledger paper, writing paper. So that's probably a really good thing to put in here, is some more writing papers. So I have the lined paper, I have the graph paper. Oh, and she matches. Well, that would be kind of cute, wouldn't it? That would be really cute. So I'm going to fold this so that it fits into the bag, the little coin envelope or bag. Be a really sweet surprise in there, wouldn't it? If you pull it out and it's the same little girl. That's adorable. I like that. So let's see for size. Hold it up about here, like that. And newsprint has that crinkly, lovely feel that we like as well. So clip off. I'm going to put that. I'm going to tuck that in my little bag. So a little hidden journaling place for that. And then clip, so it's kind of secret, right? It's not so easily accessible. Just flipping through. Oh, how sweet is she? She's so sweet. Okay, well, I'm going to continue adding some more of these newsprint blocks to the book pages, and I'll let you go for today. And I have some more ideas for tomorrow. We're getting close to being done, I think. We'll maybe do a few more projects, and then we will do some embellishing, and then somebody has spoken for this journal already, so it'll be off to its new home. I think I want to do some sort of a lace or something on the spine as well, and I'm just not entirely sure if I want to add something. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? What would that look like? Is that the front or the back? Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. That's what we'll be doing for the front. So let's, I'm going to add that. I am definitely going to add that. Love it. Okay. I will, sorry again about all the voiceovers and music, and I'm not even sure how I'm going to edit this. I just, between the music playing next door and the construction work next door, I just want to make sure this video doesn't get banned for copyright infringement on the music, for one, and then also that saw sound is not very, isn't that pretty? I like that very, very, very much. Okay, all right, well, stay tuned for tomorrow then. I hope to see you there, back in my craft room tomorrow. Okay, take care now. Bye-bye.